Hey everyone, today I'm going to discuss a very interesting thing. This is going to be a quick tutorial on Google Ads custom columns. So Google Ads custom columns is a very useful way to really enrich your dashboard and look at data from alternative perspectives that are not easily available or immediately available through your existing columns on the dashboard. So obviously, because of privacy reasons, I cannot show a live dashboard. But what I'm going to show you is screenshots of the implementation, and I'm also going to show you the actual working of it on a dummy account. So this is what the end result is going to look like. Okay, what we are going to look at is expected monthly spend. This is in fact another one, projected monthly revenue, but we're going to talk about that some other day. So expected monthly spend is obviously what is your projected monthly spend given on, from sitting when you're observing or when you're trying to calculate on any day of the month. All right, it could be the 15th, any other day. As you can see here, today is the 21st. So on the 21st, what do you expect to be the projected spend of the month, given that there are a few more days left, right? So this is what this custom column is going to do, rather this one. So expected monthly spend, these are supporting columns or intermediate columns. I'm just going to come to them in a minute. This is the final custom column formula. It looks big, but I'm just going to break it down for you easily. Okay, so what you really have to do, as you can see here, you just have to jump into this particular um, thing here, where you have to open the custom column, right? And you have to create one. You just have to name it and then you start typing it here. So the formula, as you can see, starts with cost customized date range. Okay, so let me explain the logic first. The customized date range is nothing but the start date and the end date, being the first day of the month, and the end date being um, the previous day, which is yesterday. So essentially, up until yesterday, how much has been spent. Okay, so first that you just put in as the first component. Now you add to that the variable component, which is going to be how much you expect for the campaign, for the account to spend over the next few, for the remaining days of the month. Okay, so how do we first get to that part? How much is the remaining days of the month? That is given by this part here, starting from this first bracket to day and to this part, end of today. For that, the first thing you need to do is to obviously calculate what is the average spend in a very recent date period. Okay, and for that we have taken the number of days as 7. So over the last 7 days, what has been the average daily spend? All right, so average daily spend is what we are going to multiply with the number of days remaining in the month. Okay, so cost per over last 7 days divided by 7. That's pretty simple, right? That's the average daily spend over the last 7 days. This can be any number of days. Okay, if you are comfortable with taking 5 days, 3 days, 4 days, you can just take any. But this is something which is better, and it's obviously simple and inbuilt. In fact, I can just show you that. Here you just take cost, and then you can apply the filter on this, the date range filter, add filter on this, and select last 7 days. Okay, you can take custom as well, you can give custom, but I would suggest 7 days, because that's usually a conventional way to go about it. Okay, so this is the same one here. Now you multiply with this one. So what is this? So first understand the concept of offset. Okay, um, and in fact, before that, I'll say that whenever you see such nested functional stuff going on within custom columns formula in Google Ads, always start from the innermost one. Okay, in fact, any nested thing, always try to start with the innermost one. That is, it is my approach. You can start with the outermost as well, but the innermost one is what says offset month start, which is itself a function, and then one. Okay, so what does this mean? So whenever there's offset, okay, this is a particular kind of function. Whenever there's offset, so for instance, this is an example with offset days, but it could be the same. Logically, it would be the same for months as well. So offset months would be a function where you first pass the date, okay, whatever date you want to pass as the first argument, and then you put in another argument as days. So then you are simply saying that, okay, hey Google, just add these many days, okay, which basically will be a number. So you can see this one here, this is this days, this corresponds to this days here, this argument. So add one day to this date that I have, passed as the first argument. So essentially what this means, therefore, um, if I were to just use a line of sorts, so this particular part here, offset months, this one, this is nothing but saying that okay, the start of the month is the date that I have passed, so just add one day to the uh, start of the month, okay, that date. So in fact, that since it's, yeah, so since it's actually offset months, so I will just show you within Google Ads, within the custom columns part itself. So suppose it's offset months, so you have to actually pass months to the date, okay. So in that case it was days, in this case it's months, okay. So when it says one here, this means that you have to pass 1 month to the month start date. So month start would have been April, since you're putting one as the offset, then it goes to May, okay. So May 1st will be the output of this actually. Understood. So that's basically what this part means. Now let's go to the second part. Let's just go one level higher. What is this saying? Okay, what is this entire thing saying, starting from this offset to this -1 here? Okay, so if you look at this formula, this now is the same one as this offset days. So this says that use negative to count backwards, right? So this means that in the previous case, like we had offset by 1 month forward, in this case we're going to offset by 1 day backward, right? So this is going to calculate the total number of days. And what I'll do is, in fact, I'm going to show you the output of this. So if you look at offset days, this is basically not number of days, but this is a date. Okay, this is very important. You have to understand the format always. So if I go to the offset days one, so I've separately shown you this days column. As you can see here, that this column is basically the result of this formula, okay, which is just the extracted part here, which I have now underlined, right? So this part I've underlined here, and the output of that is this particular column. And as you can see here, this format is date, okay. So what this is saying is that you had initially, from this particular part, the previous part that I had discussed, was giving you the start of the next month's date, right, which was May 1st. So when you're offsetting it by 1 day in backwards, right, you're basically taking away 1 day from there, and then it's giving you back the date because the format is date. So you're getting April 30th. All right. So that's why it's all April 30th here. I hope this is clear. This was actually done today itself, so you get whatever data you're getting is with respect to the 21st April only, right? Which is the date at which this video is being made. So I hope this part is clear now. Now we move to the next part. Okay, one step higher. All right, day uh, of this. So when you have already got the date, now you are wanting the day. Okay, so when you want a day over a date, that means how many days does that include. So for instance, if I just jump into this um a custom column bit here, so suppose I give today, okay, this is going to give me a certain output, right? So day will always take a date, right? So it returns the day. So if it is 21st of April, then returns, it simply returns 21 as the day, okay. So that is what it gives then. So this is, it has offset it by 1, and then it returns the day, so it gives you 30, right? And now it gives the day today, right? So today is 21st, so day today will give me 21. So 31 minus 21 is basically 9, right? Now what I have actually done, I'll tell you, essentially, is that this is not entirely correct, right? Because if I give 20, 30, if I give 9, we will be wrong, because I'll tell you why. When we did this first part, right, we were only taking up till yesterday, right? So we have to calculate from today onwards to the end of the month, right? So in order to do that, we obviously have to include today in our second part, in the second component of the calculation. So this is actually incomplete. You have to add +1 here at the end, okay. So when you add plus 1, then it basically means that you are calculating for the whole month the expected spend. So to wrap it all up, what you are doing now is, this is basically the days to use formula. As you can see here, I've added plus 1, as you can see, right? This is the final one that I had actually used. After today, when that completes that part, then you just add 1 here, and then the output will actually be 10. As you can see, days to use, you'll see this particular column has this output. This custom column is 10. Why? Because right now I'm sitting at 21st April. It means that there's still 10 days left, right? If you just look at the calendar, you'll see that there are 10 days left. So that is the overall idea behind it. You can actually construct any custom column using this idea, using this logic. It's pretty simple, it's intuitive, but the only problem is that you have to understand the syntax that operates within the custom part. So if you just need to see one simple instance here, I'll just show you. So for instance, if I'm looking to go with offset months, this is what it comes, right? Two arguments will immediately be given by this function. So within date, you can choose the month start, right? Because you want the start of the month, and then you put 1. So that's it, right? You give a name and then you save. This is obviously just one small part. Like this, you can save this entire formula, and then you get the expected monthly spend. I hope this made sense. If you have any further questions, if you want any other kind of formula that you want explanation for, please let me know. And thank you. Looking forward, I look forward to making my next video, and see you there. Do subscribe to my channel and like and share if you like the content. Thank you.